What's up, Cool Nation? It's me, Coolness17, the coolest of the cool. That's me, and sorry for the dimmed lights. Yeah, sorry about that. But I need to tell you something. And the top 10/5 series is back, but it's pretty much going to be the same topic as the last one and this one. My favorite games. Yep. I know, it'll sound like will just rehash everything in the first episode, but times have changed, okay? And some options get bumped down, some options go up, and there's a big surprise at the end of the video. Make sure to stick around to find out what it is. But I want to change it a little bit more. Instead of it being a top 5 list, it's going to be a top 10 list. So, yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to try and make it more shorter, as where I just talked about 5 games and ended up being 30 minutes. That's probably because I spent like half of it talking about the levels from Sonic 1 and 2. But I'm not going to do that, okay? Because it's kind of pointless. But anyways, yeah. So, now let me tell you about number 10.
It's me, Mario. Hello.
Man, how times have changed. Back in my top 5 favorite game list, like the old one, I put this one game in the second place. And now, look at it now, it's up in the 10th place. Yeah. Yeah, but, it used to be in the second place, but now, it's been kicked back to number 10. But, hey, it's still on the list, so it's good. It's still good. So, yeah. Now, one of the main gripes I do have with this game is the fact that it just hasn't aged the best. Of course, being one of the first 3D platformers, I mean, it might as well have been the first. Like a lot of the early 3D platformers, it just hasn't aged that well. Like there's gonna be a lot of bullcrap you encounter when playing this game, okay? So, yeah. It's not all cracked up to be, but doesn't mean that the game is crap. Still good. Still good, though. The gameplay is still fun as hell. Like, it's just still incredibly fun running around the fields and, just doing all this stuff on them. This game introduced a bunch of new moves to Mario. With the jump to 3D, it makes sense to give Mario just more moves overall. To just experiment more in the places you go to. So, Mario has been given moves, but what are they? Well, you can do crap like the triple jump, where it lets you get to higher places. You can do the dive, which lets you go to places faster. You get the long jump that works equally as well. You get the ground pound, which makes it so you can ground pound obstacles. And you also got the kicks. You can do this. You can punch. There's a lot of moves you can do in this game, okay? And so, yeah. Overall, it's a good game. It just hasn't aged the best. But the gameplay is good. The music is just really good. Like, the music. Oh, God, the music. Oh, God, the music. Like, it's just so good. It's so goddamn good. Like, seriously. Just take a listen to some of these tracks. Once again, the game is overall just not aged that well, but it's still really fun, and it was just such an influential game overall. But now on to number 9. Rayman Legends. This could be, without a doubt, Rayman's best game. Like, Rayman's greatest outing in the history of the world, okay? Now, I haven't played Rayman that much. I played a bit of the first game. The one that's just overly difficult as all hell. Yeah, but I haven't played that much of that. I haven't played Rayman 2 or Rayman Origins or Rayman 3. But I have played this game and thoroughly enjoyed playing this game. And I don't even think I need to play the other games to say that this is probably the best Rayman game of all time. I mean, Rayman 2 is probably better, but as of right now, it is probably the best game in the whole franchise, okay? First of all, the controls of Rayman, god damn it. Like, Rayman just feels great to control overall. Just running around, it feels so snappy and responsive. It just feels so good to play. And the fact that they have a run button means that you can play some sections while running and, doing everything fast. For instance, like in the music stages. And you can also just do stuff like, you can also just take it slowly without just pressing the run button to just make your way through everything. Yeah, I should mention the music levels. Like, the songs in them are really good. I'll just play a few of them and hope to God I don't get copyright claimed. Well, actually, wait, just 1 sec. Yeah. I was gonna say that I haven't unlocked the ones on the file I was using, but I just realized that I still had the file on the time I let's play this game, so yeah, listen to some of these sick beats. Damn it. And that's not even counting all the other tracks in the game, a part of the other levels, Not only the music tracks. And also, the gameplay is just fun as hell, okay? It's just really good, okay? Like, obviously, they put a lot of thought and effort into the, the level design and everything, And it's just the right amount of difficulty. This game is pretty difficult, but it all feels justified and fair. And the graphics look amazing, and are a great mix between the 2D sprites and sometimes 3D models. Some people say that the swimming controls were not that good, but personally, I didn't find any problems with them. They were okay. But there's one thing that I really do not like about this game, and that's the AI. The AI is total dog crap in this game, okay? Like, seriously. Now you're playing the Murphy's Touch levels, Rayman just does not respond to your movements or, what you're inputting whatsoever. And when you're playing in the levels where you have to control Murphy, well, it's the same exact problem. Murphy can sometimes just be finicky and not do the thing you wanted him to do. But besides that, Rayman Legends is a really good game overall. And it's probably Rayman's best outing. And now, time to go on to number 8. Club Penguin. Only the true legends play Club Penguin. Like, only the true legends played Club Penguin. Now, If you not noticed by now, I am a bit of a Club Penguin fan. This game, and it's obvious to see why. Like, this game was great during its original run. Like, seriously. Though Disney, those stupid morons, decided to take down the game. So you can't play the official version of Club Penguin anymore. But thankfully, some people have restored Club Penguin, and like fans of, like they've made servers, like they just remade Club Penguin so you can play it nowadays. There were some attempts to do this that were not really good. I'm looking at you, Club Penguin Online. But, yeah, it's pretty cool that you can still kind of play this game. Though in Club Penguin Rewritten with the version I played, like, they're still working on restoring everything because Adobe Flash went down. Overall, it was just so freaking fun to just explore the maps and seeing what you could do, all the parties that came up. And, that I haven't mentioned something, and that is the mini-games. This one is essentially just DDR and Friday Night Funkin'. Like, yeah, they're the mini-games. This is personally one of the main attractions to me when I revisit this game, the mini-game. You can play them in order to get coins and buy stuff at the shops. You could buy stuff in the catalog with the coins you got at the mini-games. There are even some hidden items, too, that you just have to click on one part of the screen in order to get them to pop up. Once again, it's just too bad that Disney shut down Club Penguin. It was just such a good game, overall. Like, even when I play newer versions of this game, like Club Penguin Rewritten, it just doesn't feel right sometimes, Like, I just really wish that Disney did not shut down the original Club Penguin. Like, seriously, I swear to God, Club Penguin could be Disney's best property. Yeah, I said it. Now time to go on to number 7.
Mario Odyssey!
Super Mario Odyssey is on this list. It's placed on number 7. A lot of you are probably really angry. You probably are. Yeah, I mean, you probably wanted this game to be like the top 5s, but yeah, this is where it's staying. It's 7. It's my personal opinion, okay? Super Mario Odyssey was released in 2017 for the Nintendo Switch, and immediately was subject to critical acclaim. People were saying it was the best 3D Mario game, and to tell you the truth, guys, they're absolutely right, okay? This could quite possibly be Mario's best 3D outing in, ever. I mean, someone could probably say Mario 64 or Mario Galaxy or, God forbid, Mario Sunshine, but personally, I think that Super Mario Odyssey is the best 3D outing of Mario. Like, the maps are more big and expansive than any Mario game now, and it brings back the sandbox style of Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine. But there's one major difference. One difference that was really needed, okay? It was just really, really needed. It was just something these games needed. Once you got a moon, you are not sent. You're not sent back to a hub world or anything. No, you continue playing the game from where you last left off. No, it's more seamless this way, and this feature was not implemented in the game like Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine. And overall, it just made it so, it's more tedious getting to places. And overall, this change was just really, really good, okay? And the graphics. Oh my god, these graphics. Like, seriously. Like, this looks like a PS4 game. Or, not a PS5 game, but a PS4 game. Like, it's very visually impressive with the Switch. And personally, a bit of a controversial statement here, but it looks better than Breath of the Wild. I know all you are going, boo, but this is my opinion. Deal with it, losers. You agree with something, so why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I agree in my own things? The music is also pretty good. I don't know whether or not it ever lived up to like Mario 64. Like, personally, I think it didn't. It just did not live up to Mario 64, but god damn, it is a good soundtrack still. Especially tracks like Jump Up Superstar. Yeah. It was just great. Instead of collecting stars in Mario 64, you now collect moons. Yeah, it's not. They're moons. And you need to get a certain amount of them in each kingdom. Overall, Mario Odyssey, I'm probably, like, I said it, but I'll say it again. Mario's best 3D outing ever. Now it's time to go on to number 6. Sonic 1. The game that started all. The game that completely started my favorite series of all time. Sonic. Yeah, Sonic 1, like the first one. So yeah, this game is actually pretty important to me overall. Jones, like, there's kind of an input lag on my Pro controller for some reason. So yeah, maybe it's because it's almost out of charge or something. But yeah, but anyways, this game has a big personal impact on me overall. You see, it's the game that got me into video games, okay? Like, I probably wouldn't be making this list if I did not play Sonic 1. While Club Penguin was the first game that I ever created, I did not start playing video games that much because of that game, no. Once I started playing Sonic 1, like, I played it all the time, and, it kind of got me into video games. It got me into, playing more of them, and, video games is one of my favorite things to do now. No. So yeah, Sonic 1 is a really important game to me. But, I won't let it nostalgia goggles and everything blind me, okay? I am going to give a review of this game, okay? And I am going to, see if the game is aged well. I'm going to judge it or praise it based on what it did right or wrong, okay? I'll tell you this though, they didn't do special stages right. This game has not aged the best, okay? It's something that people say countless times, but yeah. There are some really good stages in this game. For instance, stages like Green Hill Zone, Springyard Zone, and Starlight Zone are really good. But then there are stages like Labyrinth Zone and Scrap Brain Zone, which are not that good. Yeah, I'm sorry if you liked it, Scrap Brain Zone, and were sad that I didn't like it, but I'm pretty sure there's no one who actually likes Labyrinth Zone. Oh god. This was before Sonic 3. This was before when Sonic levels actually had good water stages. And yeah, Labyrinth Zone It's not a really good water stage. Okay? The water, it's just extremely slow and boring, pretty unforgiving at times, and yeah, it's made worse by the water and the drowning. The drowning is as all-time worst in this game. In games like Sonic 2, there aren't really that many water levels, and when there are not that many sections where you actually have to go through water. And Sonic 3 is the same thing, though instead of like Hydro City Zone, you had water shields, so it's easier to actually survive in the water. But here, it'll just keep on going. Oh god! Oh god! Oh my god! The drowning scene! Oh no! 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 What do I do? Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! No! 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 Yeah, there's stuff like that. But this game is still pretty fun in the sections where there's actually good stages. Green Hill Zone, Spring Yard Zone, and Starlight Zone can be some of the best fun I ever had in the Sonic series. But overall, there are a lot of poor design choices. Even in Marble Zone, which is a stage that I actually liked. Yeah, I said it. And yeah, there's stuff like that makes Sonic 1 one of the most weakest classic Sonic titles, but it's a good classic Sonic title. Like, personally, I'd recommend you start with something like Sonic 2, Sonic 3, or Sonic Mania before you get to Sonic 1, but it's still worth checking out overall. Now, on to number 5. We're going into the 5s. So, unlike the one I did, like the last favorite games list, I'm putting Sonic 2 and Sonic 1 in separate slots this time. Because personally, I just think that it just feels weird to have them in different slots. Like, in the same slot. But Sonic 2, it just completely tranced Sonic 1 in literally every single goddamn way. It's absolutely superior to Sonic 1, okay? It is awesome. And, while it's not my favorite in the series, people still associate this as their favorite classic Sonic game. And I understand, this game is absolutely awesome, even if it's not my pick for the favorite classic Sonic title. You don't have to deal with bullcrap like weird design choices. No, that's pretty fragmented. There is a good chunk of it. Sometimes you'll come across something that is just kind of bullcrap overall. But for most of it, it's bullcrap free. Yeah, except for something like, oh god, Metropolis Zone. It would take too long to load up that stage, but take my word for it, it is one of the worst classic Sonic stages ever. It's so weirdly placed. It's the labyrinth zone of Sonic 2. What I mean by weirdly placed is that it has a lot of bullcrap, like in Sonic 1. For instance, enemies that you cannot see. And plus, it's 3 acts, to which all the other stages in this game reduced it to 2. Well, I'll touch on that in a bit, but it takes so long to complete each act anyways. And once you play this game like a million times like me, Metropolis Zone just becomes a drag and just becomes boring overall. Yeah, it's probably the worst stage in the whole goddamn game. But that's probably the only bad stage in the whole goddamn game. Because all the other stages, they're a blast to play. Especially something like Chemical Plant Zone. Chemical Plant Zone really puts the speed in Sonic. It's probably one of the most speediest stages in the entire classic Sonic franchise. One of the most speediest stages in classic Sonic history. Like, sometimes the screen cannot even keep up with Sonic. Sonic just completely leaves the screen because of how fast it can be at times. And one thing that they really did right was reduce the amount of acts to 2. In Sonic 1, there were 3 acts per zone, but that got a little stale, okay? 3 acts means that you'll probably get bored of the levels quick, especially in places like Labyrinth Zone. But here, they reduced it to 2, except in Metropolis Zone. But making it 2 acts instead of 3 was a good decision overall. A pretty good one. And personally, I feel that they made the special stages better in this game, okay? Like, they're probably some of my favorite special stages in the whole classic Sonic franchise. The whole Sonic franchise. If you have Tails, then no, probably not. But if you're playing as Sonic alone, then yeah, this is a really good special stage. No, not a really good one, just a decent one. As you can see, they haven't really aged well, as the Genesis just was not made with 3D spaces in mind, because things just pop up. You know, it's kind of hard to see things, you know. Look, Tails keeps on screwing everything up. Damn it, Tails! He'll just ram into spiked bombs, and that will get extremely annoying. It will happen again and again and again. But if you're playing as Sonic alone or Tails alone, then yeah, these can be some pretty fun special stages. But just don't do it as Tails. I mean, in the mobile release, they kind of made Tails' AI better. Like, you know, it's less likely that it'll just ram into bombs. But if you're playing the original Genesis release, then just go with Sonic alone or Tails alone. Tails can make this hell. Like, seriously, just don't do it. But back to this, the gameplay is just extremely fun. And the graphics were a big step up from Sonic 1. Like, Sonic 1 was a pretty good looking game, but you know, Sonic 2 just looked more better visually. Keep in mind, this game came out in 1992 and still looks awesome to this day. Like, seriously, this game is just awesome. And something I forgot to mention is the music. In Sonic 1, it was great, but in Sonic 2, wow. They just made it really good. One of my favorite tracks is Chemical Plant Zone. And of course, the rest of the game has some groovin' tunes. Okay? Like, seriously, the composer for Sonic 2, which I don't remember the name of, he did a really good job overall. So overall, Sonic 2 was just a better experience than Sonic 1 for me overall. So, time to move on to number 4. Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie is probably the greatest 3D platformer ever. And you all are probably pretty angry for that, considering that Super Mario Odyssey exists, but it's my own opinion. Suck it up. You don't have a say in the matter about my own opinion, so shut up. Banjo-Kazooie is the greatest 3D platformer. Just deal with it. Banjo-Kazooie is just a great game. It was developed by a company named Rareware. If you lived in the 90s, if you grown up in the 90s, then you might have heard of them before. But for you other Gen Zs out there, then they were a developer who worked for Nintendo. Like, they were a second-party developer for them, and they created games for consoles like the SNES and Nintendo 64. And their games were great successes. Other successes of them included the Donkey Kong Country games, the older ones, Blast Corps, and Conker's Bad Fur Day. But Banjo-Kazooie is considered probably the best of them all. Too bad they were later bought out by Microsoft, and are not as good as they used to be. But Banjo-Kazooie is probably their best game. It's a 3D platformer that is something like Mario 64, but it's just really fun overall. Yeah, pretty fun game overall. It's a collectathon where you just run around getting collectibles, which are jigsaw pieces, which are referred to in the game as jiggies, which are essentially just the stars of the game, like the stars in Mario 64. And I think this game inspired Mario Odyssey in a way that I mentioned earlier and when I was talking about that game just now. And it's that once you collect a Jiggy, you're not booted to some hub world in this game either. No, you continue playing when you left off. And I'm pretty sure it inspired a game like Mario Odyssey to do it. It probably wasn't the first game that did it, but it was the first popular game that did it. And the graphics surprisingly still hold up today. Like, they still look pretty good, despite the fact that they were released on the N64 20 years ago. They still look good. Pretty impressive how they were able to make these graphics so good that they were able to still hold up today. These levels are vast and big, but not so big that you'll get lost just going around and, just being lost. Overall, it's just really fun gameplay, going around these vast maps, not getting lost and looking for the jiggies. And plus, Banjo, the main protagonist's moves there are a lot of them. He can do stuff like roll, he can, do a backflip. Like, he can do a lot of moves, and his buddy Kazooie, who is in his backpack, and do moves too, like the aforementioned backflip, being invincible for a period of time, flying, and a bunch of other things. And the controls could actually be better than Mario 64. The one thing that I actually have a gripe about is the swimming controls. Oh my god, time and time again. There were times where I just could not get this thing to work. I swear to God, when I was trying to do the jiggy that required unchaining Clanker, which is this guy, it was essentially impossible to do it, okay? Like, it was almost impossible. But apart from that, the controls are pretty good. So the NPCs are there, and their dialogue is pretty charming, and they also talk in this way. That's also pretty charming. This game is just oozing with charm, okay? This is a really good game overall, and I'll say it, it's the greatest 3D platformer ever, okay? Once again, I said it, and there's nothing you can do about it, okay? Now time to go on to number 3.
Well, Cuphead and his pal Bugman.
Yep, this game is one of my favorite games ever, in the top 3s. If you watch my Let's Plays of this game, then you probably would tell that I probably did not like it as much as other people did, but nope, it's in the top 3s. And yeah, I need to, address something here. Back when I made my Let's Play of it, I was like, this game is kind of bullcrap. This game is a hard one, okay? A pretty hard one. Time after time, it'll probably kick your butt overall. But now I sort of had a different, perspective nowadays, Nowadays, when I play this game, I just don't see it as bullcrap anymore, Almost everything feels justified overall. I said everything. There are still some bosses that are kind of still bullcrap, okay? For instance, the one I'm fighting now, the devil, can be bullcrap despite the fact that it is the final boss. But yeah, most of them are fair and also just fun as all hell. You probably love many of the bosses in Cuphead, okay? many of them will just be incredibly charming overall. And one thing that really deserves admiration for is its 1930s aesthetic. This game looks so beautiful. It's so beautiful and good looking that it's almost criminal, okay? Like, seriously, just look at it. All the animations are so smooth. Like, they're really smooth. Like, extremely smooth. And overall, this looks really good. There's not much to say about it. It's just really good. And I also like the inclusions of crackles and burns on it. So much that if I played Cuphead without that, then it would just look weird to me. Like, if I played Cuphead without the crackles and burns, I would be like, this doesn't feel right. Overall, just an incredibly good-looking game. Really beautiful, and I'm pretty sure this will just be an art style that will never be dated overall. And the music really deserves admiration. Like, the jazz soundtrack is so good. I won't play it here because I know I'll get claimed here. Like, yeah, I know I'll get claimed here. But just know that it's just a really good soundtrack. The jazz is just amazing. The game mostly consists of boss fights, which all of them are really good. Like, all of them. No matter how bullcrap they are, they're just really good. This game is pretty much just perfection, okay? Pretty much perfection. Most of it is boss battles, though. And while there are some run and gun stages, if you do not like that, then yeah, it'll probably not be a good playing experience for you. But personally, I didn't have an issue with it. It was still pretty fun overall. Really fun. Like, this is probably some of the most fun I've ever had in terms of video games. Like, seriously, Cuphead deserves a godly amount of praise overall. Like, seriously, there's a DLC coming out. It's taking pretty freaking long to come out since, you know, they have to hand draw every single frame. But, yeah, I'm really excited for when that comes out. I highly recommend Cuphead. It's on a platform like the Switch and PS4 and even Steam. So you can go onto those consoles and buy it. I really recommend it. Do it. Do it or I'll kick your butt. Now time to go to number 2. And if you are a Coolness 17 veteran, you probably aren't, then this one might surprise you. Yup, Sonic Mania has now been degraded. Now, you might not know this, but Sonic Mania used to be my favorite game, and I would, yeah, if you're a Clone 17 veteran, then yeah, you probably know that. And I said that stuff a lot, okay? I said that a lot, too, whenever I talk about Sonic, half the time I talk about Sonic, I'll say that Sonic Mania is the best game ever, but it's been degraded. Even the Coolness 17 movie had a reference to this fact, but unfortunately, it's now just been degraded. It's not my favorite anymore. That place has been taken by the number 1 spot. Though that does not mean I don't love this game. I mean, it's still in this goddamn list. Sonic Mania is just a great game overall. A great return to classic Sonic overall. It has a great mix of old and new stages. Levels from Sonic 1, 2, 3, and even CD. And plus there's a bunch of options. For instance, the debug mode from the classic Sonic games is back. You have a bunch of abilities that you can turn on. For instance, you can have the drop dash, which is by default. You can have the super peel out. You can have the insta shield. And there's an end knuckle mode. That alone makes the game awesome. That just makes the game awesome. And they did a really good job redesigning these stages to make them feel new. Green Hill Zone, Chemical Plant Zone. We've ran through these stages before, but now the stage has been edited, so they're really good now. And plus, there's some new stages. Studiopolis will be my favorite Sonic stage ever, even if it's in a game that's not on the #1 spot. Okay, the new stuff is just the best that this game has to offer overall. You will come to love many of the Sonic Mania stages. And guess what? The graphics look absolutely amazing, okay? Like in Sonic 1, 2, and 3, and even CD, the graphics were great and it aged incredibly well. But this game just blows them out of the water graphic-wise, okay? So, yeah. Also, the music is pretty good. And I don't know whether or not it's as good or better as Sonic 3 and Knuckles' his soundtrack, but it's a pretty good one. Especially the tracks for the new stages. Like, those were really, really good. Okay? Really, really good. Overall, Sonic Mania is a great place to start. Oh, and how I mentioned that the special stages were actually good. Oh my god, this is absolutely revolutionary. Yeah, they were able to make special stages good. That is a feat that I can't even describe. I mean, Blue Spheres, it did it fine, I guess, but this is a great special stage. The only problem I have with it are the controls. The goddamn controls. But you go around collecting rings so your timer doesn't run out, trying to chase a UFO until the Chaos Emeralds get more blue spheres in order to become more faster. Yeah, it's simple, and at first it can be a bit challenging, but after a while, it's pretty easy. Pretty easy special stage. Overall, Sonic Mania is a great game, but yeah, it's been bumped down. It's now my favorite game. It used to be my favorite game, but now it's my second favorite. Oh yeah. But before we get to #1, let's do some quick honorable mentions. Sonic Colors Ultimate. Now, I know, you'll hate me for this, but I personally thought it was a good remaster overall. Like, sure, there were glitches that were pretty dangerous to epileptic people, but, you know, I personally enjoyed it. Without those glitches, I'm pretty sure people would have liked this remaster and would have been more well-received, so yeah, I haven't ran into much of these glitches yet, so yeah, my experience was just mostly fun and great. Though, yeah, there's some times where the level design can just, yeah. In this game, it's a mix between 3D and 2D platforming. The 3D sections are undoubtedly the best, though the 2D sections are all pretty good. They're fine. They sometimes have places where it's just harder to platform, and plus there's a lot of bullcrap in this game. It can sometimes be pretty hard. So yeah, but it's a good remaster overall of a good Sonic game. So yeah, it gets a pass from me. Sonic CD. Yep, Sonic CD wasn't good enough to be on the actual list. Sonic CD was always seen as that obscure, elusive Sonic game that, little people have played. It was released in the ill-fated add-on for the Sega Genesis, the Sega CD. As a result, very few people have played it. And since it was so obscure, people said it was one of the best Sonic games. But then, Kristen Whitehead, who developed Sonic Mania, created a port for Sonic CD in 2011 for consoles like the Xbox 360. This was a remaster which added widescreen, which always makes everything better, and people were like, Alright, since this game has kind of lost its obscurity, it's not as good. It's a good game, though probably the weakest classic Sonic game. There can be bullcrap from time to time, but not too much bullcrap. It's just mostly springs and everything. The game is pretty easy. Easy, all things considered. It has more branching paths. Though a game like Sonic 3 and Sonic Mania did that better, as it just sort of feels more slow-paced, and, you know, you don't want that feeling in a Sonic game. This is probably the weakest classic Sonic game overall, so yeah. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Yep, this is considered the best SpongeBob 3 platformer, and you know what? It is. It is. It's in a similar situation with Mario 64. Like, you know, it's a game that's similar to that, where you run around collecting collectibles, which are golden spatulas. Yeah. You can play as SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy. The gameplay is pretty fun, and in the rehydrated version, the graphics are pretty good. Like, the rehydrated version is a remake of the GameCube game from 2003, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Yeah, and apart from some glitches in the Switch version, it's a pretty good remake overall. Yeah. For me, all the game needs to do in order to be good is just be fun. Just be fun, and that's all I need. Just be fun. And don't screw up that. Paper Mario the Origami King. So this is one of the Paper Mario games. You know, that series of games, Mario RPGs, that have a paper version of Mario. Yeah, those games. This one is, you have one, you have either one opinion. One, you like it, and like that it did its own thing. Or two, you just hated it because it wasn't like the older Paper Mario games, like Paper Mario on the N64 or like the 1,000-Year Door. Personally, I liked it, but like I like the exploring and the puzzle solving. But my main problem is how overpowered the enemies can be. The ones you fight in this game, like these ones. They can be extremely overpowered, and it kind of just becomes unfair, but it's still a pretty good game. And now, on to number one. And if you watched only a few of my new videos, then you probably know what it is, but most of you probably don't. So, the number one pick for this list is Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. This is my number one favorite game ever. This is the game that has beaten Sonic Mania. I was originally going to buy Sonic Origins, and that's how I would play this game, but I bought it for the Xbox 360 because I just could not wait so long, okay? Like, I just could not. This is a game that I just wanted to play for years and years. You might know that Sega has not been re-releasing this game for a long time because Michael Jackson made some songs for this game, and, you know, they can't use them. But I just could not wait any longer, so I just bought the game for Xbox 360, and yeah, it's my number one favorite game ever. Ever. Like, the level design was just great. Sonic Mania does something similar, but personally, I just liked how Sonic 3 and Knuckles did it better. Sonic 3 and Knuckles did level design better for me. I mean, Sonic Mania had better graphics and stuff, but personally, I think the gameplay is what makes it better than Sonic Mania. And the music, I think I could like it a bit better than Sonic Mania. Okay, I think I like it a bit better than Sonic Mania. Some of the tracks are really good, especially the Michael Jackson ones, like Carnival Night, Ice Cap, and Launch Base Zone. Yeah, the blues for special stages, they're fine, I guess. I mean, they do the job, though. They can be way too hard and unfair for my liking. Thus, the input lag makes them unbearable sometimes, but, I mean, they're fine. But once again, what really shines about this game is the base level design. And that's just, like, Sonic 3 just did that better. And also, I think I like the sprites in this game more than the ones in Sonic 2 or Sonic 1 or Sonic CD. Like, the Sonic sprite that's in this game, I just like it a bit more. Like, it just looks a bit more detailed and just better in general. This game is difficult, okay? It can be pretty difficult at times, okay? But all is made up for it with the level design just being so goddamn good. Like, seriously. The level design in this game is so good, it's illegal. The gameplay is so good that it's basically illegal, okay? Okay? So the story in this game is about Knuckles, and he is protecting Angel Island Zone and the Master Emerald, which makes Angel Island float. And then the Death Egg lands into Angel Island after the events of Sonic 2, and Robotnik is like, yeah, Sonic is trying to steal the Master Emerald. So Knuckles, at almost every opportunity he has, keeps on trying to screw over Sonic. But later, after a pretty easy fight with Knuckles, he finds out that he'd been set up by Dr. Robotnik, and so, yeah, it's a pretty good story. Somewhat that had been featured in the best story category in my favorite game but different tier list, which is pretty outdated now. Because Sonic Mania isn't my favorite game anymore. So overall, the gameplay was great, the story was awesome, and the graphics, while not living up to Sonic Mania, were still pretty good with the Genesis and still hold up today. And the music is just awesome. And all of these factors just make it my favorite game of all time. So, yeah, that's my new favorite games list. So, yeah, the old one is now outdated. You don't really have to watch it now. This is the one that's currently up to date. So, yeah, those are my favorite games. I recommend you try out every single game that is on this list. And if you don't, then at least try out one or two. So, yeah, don't do drugs and stay in school.